Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on Pixels Racing for the first time today. Thursos has the record of 1 minute and 52 seconds, just barely eking out ahead of Aminsan. Let's see who's going to have that first place position. Ayame getting through on the right-hand side, trying to get in first place. Looks like Harmon the Chrono Order. Stephen Cogswell also in contention for that first place position, but it's going to be Ayame coming around in first place as they go down into this gutter and into that booster, trying to get down into the first cheese grater. Harmon coming around in second place, Shockjim in third, Tippie in fourth. It looks like Stephen Cogswell in fifth, Bleeding sixth, Chrono Order in seventh, Zone in eighth, Chesney in ninth, and Stephen Pollock back in 10th place. But as we've seen before, Stephen Pollock starting off in 10th means absolutely nothing. Ayame coming around in first place, first one down to the cheese graters. They go right into the center, trying to get through the beautifully straight line and down into the pistons here, but they're going to get stopped up in the first set of pistons. Here comes Hippie, Harmouth, Tippie, and Shockshift. Riding around, it looks like it is going to be Harmouth the best line through. These pistons go right down to first place as they go down to the second cheese grater. Stephen Cox will come around in second place, Bleeding third. It looks like I'm in fourth, Tippie and Fish, Shockshift in sixth, seventh, Chesney in seventh, Zone in eighth, Chrono Order ninth, and Steaming Pollock in 10th place. I kept wanting to put S's in there, but there were only 4 S's to be put. Harmouth go around to the center of the cheese grater, hold that first position, and they go down to the next set of pistons. Looks like Stephen Cox will come around in second place. They can try to get a good diagonal line right into the center. There goes Bleed coming around in third place, trying to overtake, but it's going to be Harmouth retaking first place, trying to get through all these pistons. But who's going to be the first one to hit the booster? It's going to be Ayame squeezing in on the right hand side, right into first place. They go down to the third cheese grater, ahead of the other players. Shockshift in second, Harmouth in third, Tippie in fourth, Bleed in fifth, all trying to get across into the third cheese grater. Looks like Shockshift has a pretty good bounce on the right hand side. Ayame losing all momentum on the center. Harmouth getting swept up in the pistons on the right hand side, or left hand side, excuse me. And all the players are trying to jumble up here, and it looks like all 5 players in contention for first place. Chesney getting the mix as well, and Bleed making a break here. And as they go down to the first place position, through the booster down into the fourth cheese grater, trying to stay ahead of the other players. And Tippie making a move here, number 2, trying to outdo Stephen Pollock for once on this course. And here goes Bleed right to the left hand side, getting tripped up with the pistons, trying to get out of the center line. It looks like Bleed's going to hold first place as they go down into the last cheese grater, trying to get a good bounce. But will they get the good bounce, or will they be blasting off the course? No, they're blasting off of the course. And here comes all the other players wide open first place, and it looks like Tippie right through the center, blasting off the left hand side. Can they stick the landing? Yes, they do. And Tippie past the best through left hand side, and Tippie has fought for every inch and very well earned their first place victory here on Pixels Raceway. Harmouth, Ayame, and Chesney all trying through on the pistons zone, and just even Cogswell going to join up from behind. Steaming Pollock with a beautiful line on left hand side, and I told you, watch out for Steaming Pollock, ladies and gentlemen, screaming in from last place to third on the very last set of pistons. Harmouth across in second, Stephen Cogswell across in fourth, Chesney in fifth, Ayame in sixth, Chrono Order in seventh, Zone in eighth, and Shockshift in ninth place, finishing out the race. Never underestimate Steaming Pollock, ladies and gentlemen, but Tippie finally getting that first place victory ahead of Steaming Pollock. That's going to do well in their final race. Look at that, 2,000 points separating the two players, even though Tippie has 400 more wins. Absolutely unfair, if you ask me. Guys are making this stream way too exciting. Gonna lose my voice after the first 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on Pixels Portal Alley, trying to get everything started here. It looks like Zoe with a straight top of the center, and Tippie as well. It looks like Tippie might be going for 2 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that booster right down to the first pad of 4 cubes with a tremendous amount of speed, but they're going to bounce off of the first cube. And here comes Chesney and Shockshift Zone, all trying to get through the opening created by Tippie. And it looks like it's going to be Shockshift straight to the center into the second pad of 4 cubes, but they're actually going to go backwards out of the track, and a very unfortunate end there for Shockshift. Stephen Cogswell in first place. They come down in the second pad of 4 cubes. Looks like Stephen Pollock also falling on the map. Chrono falls on the map as well. Grimless, didn't even realize you were in the stream. Great to see ya. How's it going, buddy? Making their way down into first place. They go past the second pad of 4 cubes, right down to the third pad of 4 cubes, trying to get ahead of the other players on the left-hand side. It looks like they're going to have a pretty good line. Harmouth falls on the map. Looks like Chesney is holding second place for now. Zone coming around in third. Stephen Cogswell in fourth. Tippie in fifth. All trying to get through on the rest of the course. And there's Grimless stuck in the third pad of 4 cubes, waiting for the debris to clear. And here comes Chesney from behind, looking to finish in first place if they can just overtake all these other players. Stephen Cogswell blasts into Chesney, skips over the third pad of 4 cubes, right down to the fourth pad of 4 cubes. And it looks like Chesney is going to be a little bit battered up after that blow. Here comes Grimless trying to retake second place, or retake first place as they go down into the next gutter, trying to get through the opening created by Stephen Cogswell. And they're going to collide with Tippie. His blast on the left side, and Tippie's still going for that first place position. 2 in a row for Tippie. They're determined to get ahead of Stephen Pollock this season. Zone coming through on the right-hand side, blasting into the cubes, and they're going to go right into first place. They go down into this booster, trying to stay ahead of the other players, and even the record time going through on the last pad of 4 cubes, trying to get through, but they're buried up in the rubble halfway through. And here come the other players from behind. Stephen Cogswell trying to make a break out of the debris. Grimless trying to get through on the right-hand side. Tippie still in contention for first place. They get through in fourth place position in the center line. It looks like Stephen Cogswell blasting through the debris, and they're going to get funneled out to the right-hand side. Here comes Tippie and Grimless. Grimless falling on the map. Tippie trying to find a good weaving line to get around the debris, and it looks like it's going to work. But here comes Zone in first place as they hit the booster, trying to get around these players riding around the left-hand side of the track, right down to the second pair of four schemes. Absolutely phenomenal play by Zone, trying to get ahead, but it looks like Stephen Cogswell's going to keep up with them as they go right down in the rest of the course. Tippie gets caught up in the debris in the first pair of four schemes, and Tippie in the back, trying to get some strange play from behind it. It might actually work here, ladies and gentlemen. No, they blast out of the map right away. Why did I even have faith in the first place? Zone and Stephen Cogswell coming to the and Tippie through a left-hand side right into the windmill, and Tippie gets two in a row, absolutely determined to outdo Stephen Pollock here at the end of the season. Right into first place, determined to get that victory, and it absolutely paid off. Right into first place to go around the last two sets of four schemes. Stephen Cogswell is Zone, still buried in the debris, waiting for the debris to clear, and it looks like it is going to be Zone just barely ahead of Stephen Cogswell on that right-hand side. Will they have the edge once the debris clears? We're going to find out in just a moment. Stephen Cogswell trying to squeeze in ahead of Zone, but I think Zone's going to have the better line once the debris clears. About 5 seconds left. There it goes, and there goes Stephen Cogswell right ahead, and it looks like Stephen Cogswell just barely holding on to that second place position. Zone going to be one jiffy behind in third place, but Tippie with an amazing performance, come back from behind right into first place around the last two sets of cubes. Whew. But it's all eyes on Tippie, number 2 on the leaderboard, trying to get that turkey here today and trying to stay one step ahead of Stephen Pollock as they approach the end of the season for that first place position. All the players are getting down in the center of the Vortex Orbiter. It looks like Zone coming around in first place, Chrono in second, Grimless in third, Avovani in fourth, Tippie in fifth, Stephen Pollock in sixth place with Chesapeake and Shockshift all jumping up there. Stephen Cogswell, why do so many people's names start with S? And Harworth coming around in that 10th place position as they go down in the center of the pointing turn. Grimless with the dead drop right into the center. It looks like Grimless is going to have that early lead as they go down into the rest of the track. All the players are coming up from behind. Zone in second. It looks like Chrono in third, Avovani in fourth, and then the big group led by Tippie as they make their way down through that Vortex Orbiter. But Grimless in the first place position, trying to take on that record time as they go through the left-hand side of this level, and Steve, but they slam right into the opening sideways. And that's going to stop them up completely, but it looks like they are still going to be able to get out of this level, and Steve on the left-hand side in first place and not too far behind the record time. Zone coming around in second, Avovani in third. Looks like Tippie trying to get through on the first try, and they're going to make up some ground here, but they're having trouble finding the exit. Grimless coming around in that first position, trying to get down into this jump, and will they go for the top track or the bottom track? Based on their wobbly line, I think they're going to go for the bottom track here, but they might be able to stick the landing on the top track right down to the center, and yes, Grimless go for the top track line. Rodor trying to get through. They're going to be hitting the bottom line, and they're going to go right into head in first place, and Grimless is going to have to make up some ground on the septuple side if they want to finish out this race in first place. Zone going right through that level 1 Steve, right on the center track, and Zone is going to make a break for it, ladies and gentlemen. Can they survive the septuple side? Alternating boosters and jumps, trying to straight shot into the windmill. No, not enough speed, and Zone is going to be eliminated. Chrono coming around in second place, trying to get through on the left-hand side, trying to see if they can have the line. Looks like Avovani and Grimless still on that center track. Avovani going for a straight shot into the windmill. Can they stick the landing? No, they've overshot it. And here comes Chrono, but the windmill's not in position. I think Chrono is going to overshoot it as well. Yes, they will. Now it's in position. And Shockshift, perfect timing right into the center. Can they stick the landing? Yes, they can. And Shockshift has stuck the landing. Tippie right behind in second place. Almost a turkey. So close to the turkey there, Tippie. You were right on track, but Shockshift just got barely ahead of you. All the other players have fallen on the map. Stephen Pollock going in, waiting for that windmill to move. Perfect timing as always. And Stephen Pollock, no surprise there, finishing out the race once again, coming back from behind into third place. Ladies and gentlemen, Tippie still in this, going for the best turkey sandwich possible. A first place, second place, first place turkey sandwich. And it's going to be Shockshift flavored if they can get the first place finish here today on Temple of Steve. Let's see what's going to happen here. I think Stephen Pollock also in on the race, and they're going to be giving Tippie all kinds of hell. Stephen Pollock has come back from behind into third place on the last two races, so they have plenty of tricks up their sleeve. And look, here we go again. Stephen Pollock right into first place, Tippie into second place. And ladies and gentlemen, the narrative writes itself right down in the center of the Vortex Orbiter. Stephen Pollock coming around in first place, Tippie in second place. And once again, number 1 and number 2 are having it out here on the course, trying to get that first place position for the end of the season. Looks like Stephen Pollock coming out in first place, about 3/4 of a helix ahead of Tippie, is coming around in second place. All the other players still having trouble getting through this Vortex Orbiter. Looks like Avovani going to be leading the pack in third place. Chesapeake coming around in fourth place, and the other players still having trouble getting through that Vortex Orbiter. Stephen Pollock comes through on the left-hand side into the first place position as they go down into the first ditch rush, or Steve, level 1 Steve trying to get through. Perfect shot right through the opening ahead of the record time, and Stephen Pollock is just going to crush everyone's hopes and dreams today. Right down to the center of the collection bin, trying to get through as quickly as possible with a beautiful line in this collection bin. Only going to go back and forth twice or 3 times before they get down the exit. Tippie coming around, also a pretty good line as they hit the divide. Stephen Pollock in first place as they go through on the right-hand side of the track. Tippie coming around on the left-hand side, trying to get through on the next part of the course, and they're going to have a pretty good line as well right into the divide. And there comes Harworth and Zone and Stephen Cogswell all trying to get through in this divide here, tied for third place, but it looks like it is going to be Stephen Pollock straight through this level to Steve on the right-hand side. Tippie having a little bit of trouble on the left-hand side, going around the opening in the wrong direction, and it looks like all falling apart to Tippie as they're going backwards out of that level to Steve, and Stephen Pollock pulling ahead on the right-hand side, trying to get through on that double helix. Excuse me. Steaming Pollock made the way down into the divide, getting down into this level 3 Steve, and can Steaming Pollock finish out this race on their record pace performance straight through that level 3 Steve, right around the left-hand side of the moguls, and right down into the tri-knuckle slide. They have to stick the landing, though, in the wind bin. I'm pretty sure Steaming Pollock can do it. They've got the experience necessary to pull it off, but they have to stay ahead of the other players and get the timing just right. Steven Coxwell looking to be in second place now. It looks like Tippie has completely fallen apart in that level 2 Steve on the left-hand track, and here comes Steaming Pollock weaving down to the left-hand side, trying to get down into the cauldron with the wind bin in position, and everything is lined up, but there the wind bin moving out of position, and Steaming Pollock has got to stall now. They're ahead of the record time, but they've got to stick to landing. It doesn't look like they can stall much longer. The wind bin's not moving, and Steaming Pollock might be going. No, they've hung on just long enough, coming out of the pin shot right into the wind bin, but the wind bin moves out of position, and Steaming Pollock denied the victory. And now Steven Coxwell on the left-hand side, Tippie on the right-hand side, wind bin on the left-hand side, trying to get through. Is Tippie going to get that turkey? The wind bin's moving in position. And can they get the pin bounce to get down into that wind bin? It looks like they got the pin bounce right in the center, going for the line, and Tippie gets the turkey sandwich, the best turkey sandwich ever. 3 out of 4. Excellent job there, Tippie. Completely outperforming Steaming Pollock, who got a little ahead of themselves down into the wind bin, completely messing it up at the end, and Tippie has the victory and the turkey sandwich. Chance falls on the map. Shockship in second, Albavani in third. Harmouth going to follow the line and not going to be able to finish out the race, and Zone now looking to finish in fourth place, and Chrono Order hanging way out in the back, just trying to finish out the race, not worried about their placement whatsoever. Zone through on the right-hand side, trying to get through on the column, but the wind bin's out of position. They're going to hit the pin bounce right into the center, and they're going to be eliminated as well. And now it's just down to Chrono Aura trying to finish out the race in fourth place as they make their way down into this level 3 dishwasher. Chrono Aura across the bell, goes right down the center into the tri-knuckle slide, trying to stay ahead of the other players as they make their way down into the final divider. I think Chrono Aura is going to be able to do it. Only about a minute left on the clock, and I think they're going to be able to finish it out in fourth place, making it down on the left-hand side. Will they have the timing? Will the wind bin be in position? Let's find out. Oh, they're on the left-hand side, trying to get down into the final helix, into the calendar here. The wind bin's moving in position. Everything's lining up for Chrono Order, but they've got to get that pin bounce. No, the wind bin's moved out of position, and Chrono Order has to stall now, waiting for that wind bin to come back, and it looks like they're going to go through on the left-hand side, bumping right through the opening, and Chrono Order not going to be able to finish, but it doesn't matter. What matters is Tippie got the turkey sandwich, best turkey sandwich ever, first, second, and first. Absolutely phenomenal, taking on Steaming Pollock on their own game and trying to get that overtake right at the end of the season, and they are well on their way. Congratulations, Tippie. 2 minutes and 22 seconds.